Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Delete your drafts, you pussies. See, when we went 1-0 down, hey, you see the influx, bruv. You see the influx in the chat, blood. Close the borders and that. I'm in here chatting shit, but where are you now, blood? Third in the league, bruv. What's that? 19 points out of 21. Carrick's Reds, rude boy. Put some respect on my team, you know. And yo, let's just get this out the way early, yeah? First 30 minutes of the game, yeah?
That shit is a two-pack of ass.
The worst football that man I've seen under Michael Carrick, bro. The worst. The worst, blood. I didn't know what was going on. That man looked drunk. He looked drunk. Go 1-0 down. Lenny Euro loses this guy. We're having an absolute mare, fam. But there was never any doubt we was going to win this game, fam. There's never no doubt, bro, because this is what my team do. We win, bro. Winners win, fam. Most informed team in Europe. Put respect on my team's name, bro. We absolutely slap these pagans up, bro. We slap them up. Was it a red card? Was it not a red card? I don't care, blood. Was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? I don't care, blood. That man got slapped. That's what happened. You know what I mean? It didn't happen the way that we wanted it to happen. I said before the game, I want a comfortable win. I'd love like a little 3-0. I said, you know what? We deserve a 3-0. Do you know what I'm saying? We've had a few games where it's like, obviously the Arsenal game, we had to turn the score around. We went behind. West Ham, we went behind. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yo, like, let's just have a game where we just cruise. It wasn't to be, bro, but these man showed character again. Loads of people are going to try and find negatives and do all this rubbish, brother. Listen, they keep showing character, bro. If they go behind, no problem. We can still get the win. Go ahead, still get the win. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. These men are showing that they know how to get the job done. Sesko got his start today. Loads of people were asking for Sesko to start. First half, he only had 7 touches. It wasn't one of his better all-round games, but Sesko bags again, bro. This is what we need. This is what we need. We need our strikers scoring goals. We need our attackers scoring goals. Great balling from Bruno. Great header. This is exactly what we need. I still think that the structure of our team, the way that we're set up right now, because we don't have a midfield that can necessarily control the game without the input of the striker, if that makes sense. When you have watched Man City play, they've got such good players in possession in terms of ball retention that they can build up without Erling. I don't think that we're at a position right now that we can build up completely without the help of the striker. This is why when Sesko's playing defensively, we're more open, and also when we're building up, he's not really an outlet. You know, he might be an outlet in behind, but he's not like a focal point. We can't play the ball into him, innit? And it changes things a little bit. So I can still see why Carrick does go with the fluid front line. And I can probably see why for the Newcastle game, he probably goes back to that. Because Newcastle away, I don't think that that's a game to start Benji in. I think it's a Benji off the bench thing. And the thing is, if Benji came off the bench today, after an hour, he still scores that header. Do you know what I mean? The first hour of the game, he was pretty much ineffective. So, do you know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily his fault that the team isn't set up for a way to maximize his abilities, but it's something to keep in mind, isn't it? It's something to keep in mind because he can be useful for us from the bench. Like, there's absolutely no problems. I'm not saying that he needs to start on the bench all the time, but I think until we address the midfield in the summer and bring in some more players, I think he'll probably spend more time coming off the bench than actually starting between now and the end of the season. For no fault of his own, innit? Mazraoui, you see when Noose came on, yeah? Game changed, bro. Luke Shaw went off. We don't know if it was his foot, his ankle, his knee, whatever. Man don't know. As soon as he went down, he knew he wasn't coming back on, whatever, innit? As soon as Noose came on, yeah? Levels, bro. Levels. I can't remember who I was having the conversation with. But it was on Mandem Talk, I'm sure. And I said, bro, Mazraoui. Bro, Mazraoui is one of the best right backs in the league. Man was trying to tell me Ben White and then man there, bro. Man smoking some grade A spice, bruv. Mazraoui is one of the best fucking fullbacks in the league by far, bro. Champions League grade real bad man, you know. Man played left back today. Obviously he plays left back for his country, so he's played there. Completely dominated on the ball, different gravy. Him and Cunha started to link up well. When Luke Shaw was playing, we never had that. And in the build-up for the Sesko goal, him and Cunha down the left-hand side were doing some good work. Do you know what I'm saying? So, man, have to shout out Mazraoui because his cameo is going to go under the radar. A lot of people would have watched the game and they wouldn't have even realised, the impact he had in the build-up for us, and how he just helped us control the game, man. So, Noose was sick today. Brother, I can't lie. Everyone just improved, innit? Like, even Cunha, like, at the beginning was smelly and then he improved. After, like, the first half an hour, everyone got better. Lenny Euro on the ball got better. Dallo always will give you flipping heart problems anyway because Dallo's Dallo, innit, bro? He's simply not good enough to be a starting right back for Manchester United. It needs to be Mazraoui. Bruno, second half, put in a very good pass in behind, which led to the sending off. Obviously, he took his penalty, and the ball in for Sesko was quality. You know what I mean? You can see that he grew in confidence. At the beginning, he was spamming back heels and they were going out for throw-ins and that. But he settled into the game, started to do some good stuff. And Kobe and Cass played well. And Kobe was just chilling, bro. I'll be honest. Like, Kobe's role today was kind of just to not be noticed, innit? Like, just sit back and just play simple passes. Like, it would probably be one of his most quiet games, but not because he played badly, but because it just wasn't a game for him to be on the ball loads, innit? And do loads of things, man. I think we controlled the game reasonably well. First half an hour we were rubbish, but after that, I don't remember Lomans making a save that he wasn't supposed to make. I don't remember. I don't know how many shots on target they had at the end of the game. I ain't got the stats or anything like that, but I don't remember feeling like they was ever gonna score. Even when they scored, I didn't feel like they was gonna score. Do you know what I mean? That kind of came out of nowhere, and that just came like one momentary lapse of concentration, and we got punished for it. But the truth is, Palace never looked like scoring. We looked relatively comfortable, and with this Man United squad, we're always gonna score. Under Michael Carrick, we have not played a game and not scored. We're always gonna bag. Ahmad and Josh came off the bench and were purring as well. Ahmad showing his technical qualities, like drifting past players, linking, and we did miss his connections, bro, because he's the kind of player you can play the ball into and make a run, you know you're gonna get it back. And then Xerxes came on and was just cooking, bro. Like, just showing his qualities, bro. Like, he didn't need time to warm up. This was the kind of game for him. When the game is that kind of pace and Man United are controlling possession, you need Xerxes in there because he links play. Like, the goalkeeper went directly into him a few times and he can back into defenders, bring the ball down. That's not Sesko's strong point. Sesko might lay it off or he's probably going to lose the duel. And the great thing about having both of them is that you don't need to choose between the kind of striker. You just alternate them for different situations. And this is why I really don't understand, when fans are trying to say, oh, we don't need X, we have Y, and so on and so forth, bro. Like, you need different profiles for different situations. When you're winning and you need to keep the ball and control the game, you don't need a Sesko. And that's why a lot of the time, you look as well with Man City, if they're cruising as well, Pep might take Erling off because it's like, cool, we're winning. We don't really need you. We need someone that's going to keep the ball now. Do you know what I mean? And Xerxes gives you that. So they give you two completely different looks. So I like the fact that we have both of them. I mean, I wouldn't sell Josh because we've got Xerxes. That doesn't make sense. And then what are we gonna do? Bring in another another Sesko profile. We don't need two Sesko profiles because we've seen that against certain teams, this Sesko profile, it's not it. Not from the start. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the balance of our attack. When we started today, we had 3 quite direct attackers and they're all quite greedy as well. Like, Brian, cool, he can cross the ball, but he'll want to shoot if he can. Cunha will shoot if he can. And Sesko will shoot if he can. We never had no facilitators. And that balance, coupled with the lack of width as well, that you get, it was just, it was a bit of a shit show at the beginning. But we worked it out. And that's the biggest compliment man can give the team. The players worked it out. And that's what you want as a manager, bro. Michael Carrick's changes were spot on. He makes the right changes at the right time. And that has to be a major positive for a manager, bro. Because in-game management, is crucial. No matter whether it's against the big teams or the small teams. It's one thing picking a team, but if it's not working, can you make the adjustments to get the job done? And so far, Michael Carrick has done it again. So I can't lie. I'm not really here for the agendas and all of this. I know certain people are going to try and hold on to the first 30 minutes and make out like the whole game was like that. It wasn't like that. Do you know what I mean? Individually, like, all the players to a certain degree in the first half an hour were rubbish, and they all finished well. So there's really nothing to hold on to. Like, collectively, we started bad, finished well. We played well for way longer than we didn't play well. So for me, anyone holding on to that and trying to build a case off that is just nitpicking. Another 3 points, third in the league, bruv. Put some respect on my team.